My microphone was off. It was muted. I don't know why it was muted. Sorry, guys. All right. Hold on a second, dudes. No, I don't know why. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Let's turn off the Bluetooth here. Get you guys on my little monitor. Hey HK Hockey, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Or joining me. But I say us because the cats are hanging around too. So we're gonna do some more painting on our vehicles here. Yes, we were gonna do the tires. First we need to find the color. Got this blue. We're gonna start a new. So I save these little takeout containers that they usually use for sauces and stuff. I will wash them out, and they make perfect containers, temporary containers for paint. I even got the lids. So look at that. They usually hold up fairly well. You could probably buy those too from a restaurant supply store or shop or whatever. And why does this go off? I need to change that so that when it's sitting idle, it is not, let's see, percentage, where would I find that? General, cellular, no. Power, wouldn't be power, where the control center. Brightness and display. Auto lock after 30 seconds. Never. Okay, there we go, guys. All right. We'll get a swig of coffee before we get started. It is another hot day. Or starting to become another hot day. It is 20 past noon. So, yes, the day is just getting there. The sun is, at its peak? All right. So, oh yeah, before I do the blue, I was putting in the shadows under the rims, the top part of the rims, inside of the top part of the rim of these cars or vehicles. So we're going to continue with that. And now move on to the rest of it, cleaning it up. Actually, it's like, okay, how much detail do I put into this? What do you guys think? Thanks for the like, I appreciate it. I'm assuming it was you, HK. But it could be anybody. Well, it's hard to see in this container, so I'm going to put this in the cup here. It's just causing my eyes all sorts of problems trying to look in this container. think I need more than that. So we'll just leave it like that. Put the top back on. And then whoops. I need to clean off my roll cart here. My rolling bin cart. Because there's a lot of stuff on it. A lot of stuff I probably don't need to have on it. But I hope you're having a good day or evening wherever you're at. I know we have some people that live across the seas, and it is either later for them or earlier for them. So okay, we're gonna get this paint mixed to a certain consistency, and then we have all kinds of vehicles that need their. Let's see. Can you see this part, guys? Okay. Okay. End up doing some layering stuff with this. Try not to be too concerned with trying to get it perfect. I just want to get the paint in there. Get the paint in there. Okay. Get paint. Cart because we're gonna have to move my easel a little bit. We're gonna do these ones over here, guys. And then we got this one. This one. guys. Just listening to some other wackadoo on YouTube. I think he's an awesome gamer. Playing some old ass RPGs. Okay, now we can rotate the canvas and get these upper wheels. These upper wheels. Okay, so whoops. Some of this paint on the edge of my water container, and now it's on the handle of my brush. Okay, where are we? Any other wheels that are visible? Okay, we got those wheels. Still trying to figure out what this is right there. I think it's the edge of the vehicle. Okay. All the other tires are somewhat covered up. Here's one down here. Sharp tipped. Hey, passerby, how are you doing? I am well. Oops. Making a mess right now. Making a wonderful mess. How are you doing? What's going on? It's your day. I think that's it. Good, it's 3:30 a.m. Oh, geez, just got out of bed. Okay. Didn't realize it was that early for you. 3:30 a.m. Yep. assuming you'll probably be going back to bed. Get a little more sleep. I don't know what I'm doing. Just making a mess. Just making a mess. A happy little mess. Hopefully I'm not putting my hand in paint like I usually do. Friday here. Ah, yes, it is still Thursday for us. I have the day off, so I will be running some errands, but mainly painting and maybe playing a little games, doing a little more gaming. We'll see. Unless I get an itch to keep just paint all day, which I could. I usually don't have Thursdays off, but I've had some people taking PTO off at work, or taking PTO at work. So I've had to rearrange the schedule. And okay, guys. I have some white here. I do have some white here. Oh, you're up now? An extra day for you to paint. Hell yeah. I love those extra days. So, like every other week, my work schedule is I have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. So I have 3 days in a row. I usually kind of get a lot done in those days, or try to. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are my 12-hour shifts. Then I do an 8-hour shift on Sunday. And then the following week, I usually just have Monday off and then work the rest of the week. Usually shorter shifts, but more days. But with people being out on sick leave and PTO, I've had to switch that around. So the first 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, are just still 4-hour shifts, and I usually do a 4-hour shift on Thursday. But it's easier to find coverage during the week than it is the weekend, or Fridays and the weekend. So I threw away my Thursday shift and picked up 4 hours on Friday, because I usually work 7 to 3. So I'm just working all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then 8 hours on Sunday. And then back to my 3-day. So I don't mind this schedule. Like if I could have Thursday off, just work those, and then work 12 on Friday. I'd rather work longer hours, less days. Can't complain. No, oh good, all right. Yeah, no one wants to work a weekend. You know what? I do work the weekends every weekend. Unless I actively take the weekend off, which would mean more work for me, because I do the scheduling, to find somebody that would actually work on the weekend. I just work the weekend. Oh, shoot. No. Don't drip just yet. Don't drip. I get my little container out here. So I want a little bit of gray. And I don't know what that means. That means some black. So yep, I work I work pretty much every Thursday through Sunday in some capacity. Little, I don't know where you were coming from. Your roster is all over the place. 10 hours can extend to 12, 24/7, 365. Huh. Yeah, that would be kind of hard. No consistency, that can be difficult. Alright, so we don't need pure white, so we're going to add some, I guess add some of this black, just a touch of the black. Mix a little color. We got gray. It's still a little light, too light for what we want. Pays the bills, yes indeed. Because art certainly does not for me. I don't put enough into trying to make my art a business. You know, it'd probably be a little easy transition, but you might rough it out for a while before things started actually paying off. And that's the risk, you know, some artists take. And usually if you do, you'll somewhat succeed, I guess, if that is your goal or dream. It's hard to say. I've been part of the workforce since I was 16 years old in some way, manner, or fashion. Usually some kind of manual labor, but this job here is more desk duty, which gives me a little more freedom. I don't know what I'm saying. Let me just stutter some more. Yes, a little more freedom. But as far as job security, it's hard to say. Okay. I've had no offers. Not really. I don't put it out there like that. Like, oh, here, this is for sale. Like on my social medias, I'll post it, but I don't go like, here, this is for sale. I guess you could say I got caught up in the contemporary art hype of what you should do or how you should handle yourself as far as being an artist. And that's mostly I wouldn't say my fault, but that's what I've chosen. So I want to have artwork. I just don't want to like do something and sell it. I want to have something to show. Like if I do a showing or a group showing, I want to have work to show. I don't pump these out fast enough to do that. As you can see, my work is highly detailed, and that usually takes a lot of time. I want to try some different type or way of painting. I'm not saying I'm going to go fully abstract, thinking I'm going to just pump out abstract works. No. Because I will eventually roll back to doing something more detailed. I do have some abstract stuff. Um, Most of my stuff kind of starts out somewhat abstractly because I don't have any idea what I'm going to do. So I'll do stuff, end up doing stuff like this. Here's one. This one, I don't know if you could see it. I might have to back up. Back this up. Back it up. This is just a bunch of drips. As you can see, I got cat hair hanging out on it. Started off with me just creating a grid of just kind of letting paint run down the canvas in thin lines. And then I would rotate it and do another section or a different color. And then I'd rotate it again and do that until I got kind of like this woven grid pattern. And then it sat like that for a long time. And then I was like, let me do a Rothko like window type thing. And I just added kind of roughly brushed on some white acrylic to create kind of the double window or doorway. It is not done. It has been sitting like this for a while because I have no idea the direction. It's like, do I want to do a Rothko ripoff like this one? Let me make sure I get all the cat hair off of it. And these are all done. These are acrylics. So I did the same thing with this one with the drips, but then I came in and I started layering concentric rectangles where it would get more opaque as it got closer to the center. It's hard. Let me back it up. I don't have anything to put it on, but that's that. Again, not sure what the direction was other than just kind of going off on a whim. But yep, I have those two just sitting around. Who knows, it might completely change. I have, this was something I just kind of loosely started. Again, acrylic. And I was just playing with some different types of paint. I have like these lines are done with Golden's high flow paint. So I was just using the paint bottle. It has like a little kind of squeeze tip. And I did a grid and then I started filling in around it with the browns. I don't know if I used ochre, but there may have been a sienna brown, black. This, I think it's cobalt blue, some phthalo blue, or maybe Prussian blue. Some washes. Yeah, this was like a titanium buff, or Titan buff, or Titan buff. I don't know what they call it. It's like an off-white. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff like this, and they'll sit, and I know they're not done, but the longer they sit, the more it's like, okay, they are done. and it was just me playing with paint, and they're not spectacular works. Not spectacular, but they start to evolve if once I start seeing stuff in it. Like this one is a mix of different paints. There's different pens and stuff I use, or markers that I was tagging my name with on the canvas to begin with. Then spray paint, then acrylic latex enamels, and mixed with spray paint with torn paper as masking to mask out these sections. And you can see I have stencils. I cut out stencils, pattern stencils, and then place those in there too, different ways. There's some decalcomania in there, different techniques. I even scraped doing some writing in the paint, wet paint. So this is going to be like a flower. So I started, this is stenciled, and then I just brushed it in with black acrylic enamel or latex enamel. But I haven't gotten any farther with it other than that. And it could just be anything. It could just be it. That is it. But I don't think it's done. Yep, I have tons of them laying around. Again, started off with the yellows, oranges, and pinks, kind of reddish acrylic washes and stuff like that. Oh, there's some yellow ochre in there too. Of course, it all has a lot of cat hair all over it because it's been sitting around. And then I took my stencils, and instead of using the stencil as you should by painting in the empty areas or spraying in the empty areas, I sprayed the stencil and then I used it as a stamp, and so you get the reverse. There are some, as you can see with these dots, I used the positive area, and then I also mixed in the negative area of the stencil, and it just kind of created this weird pattern thing. More of it, just experimenting with paint. This one, I can't remember if it's mostly spray paint. This is dripped on paint, and then I think I spray painted over it. It's hard to say, I can't remember the order of process. But yeah, and then there's some spray. And then this one, what did I do? This is actually kind of many layers, but it doesn't seem like it. There may have been a layer of acrylic paint, then another like washy layer, and then I just kind of started, I don't know what I used, a knife, like a palette knife or something, to just kind of make marks in the surface. And then I used what might be the edge of a paint roller, like a small one, and I started doing these arabesques, these arcs. So they're real faint in there, and then somewhere along the line, I don't know if I was using it as a paint shield, it got it's either black or very dark blue. I think it's a dark blue splatter of spray paint. And so like I'll start panels like that, and then they'll end up evolving into something that may not even show any of this, but I just kind of keep layering. Like this one was a interesting simple process of layers. I used acrylic paint, started off with acrylic paint, like not neon, but oh shoot, what do they call it? Not neon. No, I can't even remember the type of paint, but it's like those really bright yellows and oranges and blues, the stuff they use for laying down lines in the street or in people's yards when they're marking off. God, what do they call it? Anyways, I used a roller on that. You can see the roller. Then I masked off some areas and I spray painted like a reddish color, and then went over it with latex paint or latex enamel while the paint was still wet. So it left some areas of the red showing through, and then I masked off some other areas and painted the purple. That's, I think, flat white acrylic, which is kind of close to gouache, but acrylic in acrylic form. And then these lines, I think these lines are again decalcomania. It's like cardboard. I spray painted the cardboard, pressed it in. Well, I sprayed it with a few different colors in layers, and then I pressed it in, and that's the result. I have these areas masked off because I am coming back in and making certain sides dark, and I'll probably make another side light. I don't know if I'll somehow make the forms more three-dimensional or some kind of like not flat forms. I don't know, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's interesting experimentation. Hey Zed, hi there. Have you heard from Random? Yeah, last week. I think he stopped in one of my lives for a second last week. I think he's just been taking a break from social media and YouTube. I thought he posted some videos, or a couple videos of his work. But yeah, I think he's just been kind of taking a break from the whole YouTube live stream thing. But I don't know if that's a permanent thing or if he'll be back. I'm assuming sometimes we need our breaks. You know, you do this on and off for so long, and I don't know if he has certain expectations as far as like a following, or just people coming into the chat and being real and not being, you know, the fake internet. You know, I'm just coming through to troll you for a second and disappear. and I will do stuff like this. This is, I don't know if you can see it. It's still not done. I haven't put in the time because I wanted to finish this big old canvas. But this is a friend of mine. This is his graffiti tag. This is many layers, and it says Sore, S-O-R-E. And so I'm doing a piece for him. I also did a piece for my other buddy. Just streaming. And this is my other buddy. He goes by Numb, N-U-M-B. This one's pretty much done. I just wanted to do some more stuff around the piece before I gave it to him. But it's got the flame. It's got, like, you know, your typical flames in it and some bubbles. But yeah, that's a mix of spray paint, acrylic paint, and acrylic paint pens. The yellow, though, I need to figure out. It's just not solid. It's not filling in solid enough, so I could possibly go in there with yellow acrylic paint and beef it up. But I don't know. I might try to hit it with the paint pen again to see what it does. As you can see, it's collecting dust because it's been sitting for a while. But I was thinking about doing, what is that noise? Oh, that's whatever I'm listening to. I wanted to do kind of lightning, like lightning all around it, like, you know, typical graffiti stuff. You know, just trying different things. But yeah, those two pieces. There's another buddy of mine. He passed away. Was it last year? Last summer, was it? And I wanted to do his. He also did graffiti, so I wanted to kind of do his graffiti name. I already drew up the image and stuff. I just have to put it on canvas and all that. But yeah, I'd like to give it to his family. Hold on a second, guys. I'm not sure what is going on with these streams again. It's like YouTube doesn't want me to stream. Yep, I said it's like they don't want me to stream. Looks like we're back on. Skip to live. Nope. Are we? Okay, looks like we're back. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you've been trying to let me know that something was wrong with my stream. I don't remember doing anything that would cause the stream to, like, glitch. But I think we're good. Yeah, last, 10 minutes I've been just painting, not realizing you guys were in limbo. Okay. Oh, that was awesome. Hey, Shuriken Zone, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Well, this is some cool stuff. How are we doing? I'm doing well. Not sure if anybody else still here. And just trying to keep pushing on through with this piece. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work. So how are you doing today, Shuriken? Sorry, sometimes I get caught up in work. Making a mess over here. Ooh, man, it's starting to warm up. Doing well, thanks. Whoops. Jeez. I love when you touch stuff and it just starts going away. It keeps going away. Come on, man. There we go. Doing well, thanks. Your flower pot from Ben came in today. Oh, cool. So that was awesome, and it's great to see someone actually painting. Seems like everyone does the digital stuff now. Oh, don't get me wrong, Shuriken. I do digital art too, but I still enjoy traditional painting. I guess that's what everybody's calling it nowadays. If you're not doing digital, it's traditional. I don't know. I enjoy working with the materials, feeling it. It's just you don't get that with the digital. But I use digital to sometimes develop the imagery that I'm gonna paint. And then I'll do some sketches or some like actual drawings, and then start painting. Yeah, this one was a process of me doing the actual prep drawings and then piecing it together. I did some work digitally to organize like the vehicles, and then kind of collaged all of it together, and then from that image I drew the final image on paper. Then I used tracing paper. Jesus, the cat's going sneezy. Crazy. Okay. I transferred it, started painting. I don't always work like that, but I guess with acrylics and enamels and all that, paints that dry quicker. Uh, and then the highly detailed work, that's kind of how I work. Yeah, physical painting just, I don't know, it's just some about it that you just don't get when you do digital. I don't know, maybe some people who that's all they do, grew up on digital, maybe they get that feeling. Um, I, I, I don't. I get a feeling of accomplishment when I finish a piece digitally, like I would traditionally. But there's something about the process while doing paint, like working traditionally with the materials that I feel like you lose out digitally. Like you don't get that same feeling. You don't, you know, because you're not working in a physical, uh, working with physical things, material. It's all just like, here's your computer or your iPad or your Wacom tablet or your digital pencil or whatever, and you're just drawing straight on the screen. You don't have that connection to the material because you're just painting in light, and so it's hard to say. But I appreciate it. I appreciate. I just I just started doing these just to document my process, nothing more. Um, and if people come through and enjoy watching it, sometimes when it's not hot, I have the window open and you can hear all the sounds of the exterior world, birds chirping, cars driving by, the weather, if it's raining or windy, stuff like that. It's all calming. But yeah, I've been painting since I was like 18, 17, 18, and drawing for even longer than that. So geez, that's like over 30 years of painting, more than 30 years of drawing. Probably like, could be almost 50 years of drawing. There may be a bit of similarity with the composition between modern woodworking using power tools, lumber, green woodworking, where you start with a log and use hand tools. Yeah, I've done not, I can't say I've done much woodworking other than cutting. Like, not all of my canvases are made by me, but some of the larger canvases I've done, I've built the frames and stretched them myself. So I enjoy that aspect of it too, not just the painting, but putting it together. I've built frames for paintings, like simple floater frames. Yeah, I don't have the studio set up for doing major woodworking. So, you know, I've been using some power tools since I was a teenager when my brother and I were skateboarders. And we'd build ramps and shit like that. Our dad did construction as we grew up, so he had tools, and so he had let us use that stuff when we were younger, so we got familiar with it. And so, yeah, I've just kind of been like, if I was interested in it, I would pursue it. So, and drawing and painting and building stuff like that was stuff I was always interested in. And but yeah, it'd be nice to have a proper studio. I can build the, definitely build my stretchers a lot better. But I do what I can with the limited tools I have. Hey you, my cats. bugging me. Excuse me. She's trying to claw on me. Her and her claws. Oh, kitty. Trying to claw me up, leash. Oh yeah, Pastor. Sorry, I didn't even realize that the stream had glitched and was like, I'm assuming it was looping. It's been doing that like the last few streams of painting. I've noticed that it's it just starts glitching and then it'll go into a loop, and I won't even realize it. I won't even realize it until I'm looking at chat, especially if there's a lot of people chatting and there's nothing going on. I'm like, this is a little suspicious. But I figured out how to reset my stream without having to restart the stream. So yeah, the loop of doom, I'm not sure what causes that, if it's bad internet connection, my Wi-Fi service, or YouTube. Because I shouldn't have any issues with the Wi-Fi service, but sometimes I'm like suspicious of YouTube. Because we have Google Fiber. Sometimes I'm suspicious of Google Fiber. Like, what's wrong with your networks? You don't tell anybody when you're doing some work on the network, and then it's like, or it could just be everybody on the internet at the same time. I don't know how many other people are streaming right now. Yeah, suspicious of anything that has technology involved. Of course, because somebody else is running it. You don't know what, and it's all, especially if it's a money-making venture, money's involved. And then we get really suspicious because it's like these MFers. They just want our money. They want our life force. They don't give a crap about us. But they could say the same about us. Which is, I don't know. Well, money involved, not a good thing. Most people, they just want that money. They don't care about the people that are providing them with that money. Kitty, can you please stop clawing on me? That's going straight to my skin when you claw on my pants like that. I know you want some attention. Let me do these last little wheels and we'll give you some attention. Yep, I think as an American, it is in our nature to be suspicious. So I don't know why people in charge or running this thing would would think otherwise. It's like, especially with the history of not being transparent, not wanting to tell the truth. That's what happens. People will not trust the people in charge. I don't trust any administration. I don't care who's in office. Because they always tell you everything you want to hear and then do the opposite when they get into office. Okay. Quite so, but then you see someone painting or throwing pots or things like that, and it reminds you that humanity's still plugging away out there. Yeah, and that's the, you know, the grassroots of the nation. Like, those are, you know, everyday working class Joe, Jane, just trying to eke out a living, enjoy themselves while they can. Because they know in this system you can kill yourself just trying to, you know, keep up with all that's going on. It's been the case throughout all human history. Nothing has changed. That is definitely true. Man, they keep switching up. It's definitely true, passerby. Nothing has changed. Each society does the same thing. But as long as you're trying to do the best, to be the best you, and not contribute to more of the problem, which is harder and harder. We get so caught up in this technology shit. We think we need to have all the latest, newest stuff. And I'm not gonna say that I am not or haven't been a part of that. But after a while, you're just like, I'm tired of trying to keep up with the Joneses. Fuck them. Fuck the Joneses. Who the fuck are they anyways? Come on, kid. But we just do what we can. We do what we feel is right. Each and every one of us. That is why I just stay at home and paint and play games. I used to skateboard a lot. At my age, I'm not doing much of that anymore. I should, just to push around. I could still push around. Well, alright, what is the next step? I think I need to go lighter. Need to go lighter. In your opinion, we live in a modern day feudalism. Yeah, definitely. Comparison to feudalism isn't far off base, unfortunately. People bound to their current spot by the forces that be. Yeah, there's really really not a whole lot you can do. You don't, you know, the powers will just wash over you like a wave. They're too great for any one individual to be able to do anything about it. All right, Sharikan, I appreciate you stopping through. Do you ever do live streams? I might be back in a bit. Take care. All right. Modern day feudalism. Yep. Everywhere you go, somebody's feuding with somebody. Okay, we need more white is what we're looking for. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'll be on. We do have I have to go get groceries here in a little while, so I could be on for another 20 minutes, passerby, if you're still hanging out, still wanting to hang out. I guess. Damn it, kitty! Oh my god, you and your claws. Frick. Right into my knee. Where there's less meat, kitty, for you to dig into. You're going straight to the sinew and bone. You don't even need to use your claws. Just jump up on here. Crazy cat. You gonna take a nap? Huh? You gonna take a nappy nap? You just mad because I wasn't giving you any attention? Civilization 4. Man, I may have played the first one. I don't even know if I played the first one. I played something similar to those games. It was like strategy. I remember, I want to say the early Macintoshes had something like that. I don't know if it was the Civilization series, though. But that's probably the last time I played anything akin to those strategy type games. Dude, why are you rabbit kicking me? I'm about to boot you off my lap here if you don't stop that. You crazy. There's no need to rabbit kick. I think Kira is mad. The first one is where it started for you. I'm from the original Wolfenstein 3D days, the first test drive. Did you know there was, before Wolfenstein 3D, there was a Wolfenstein 2D game from like the mid late 80s for like early PCs. I remember playing that in grade school, like our middle school era. So that would have been mid 80s. And that game was so cool. And then I kind of vaguely remember when the 3D ones came out, and it was like, because I had forgotten all about that game. I'm like, oh, Wolfenstein, they brought it back. Never really played the 3D version. I either didn't have a console at that time or a computer. because I didn't never played Doom, never played what was it? Was it Doom? I feel like there was another early 3D maze game. I think I may have heard of something about that in YouTube video. Never played it. Yeah, it was like super basic, but it was pretty cool for what it was for the time. Now all these games are like almost too realistic. Hey, you. Yeah, Quake, Doom, Quake, Wolfenstein. Yeah, those 3D maze-like games. I remember they were huge back then. Okay, let's figure out what we're doing while my cat sits here and claws the H out of me. Now you're gonna just slink off. You're gonna slink your way off of me and then go mess around and come back to claw me some more. Yeah, Commodore 64. We had Macs, but I remember, I think a friend of ours had a Commodore 64. I guess that was the computer back in the day, was the Commodore 64. You got Civilization 2 on your phone using the PS2 emulator. Oh, interesting. Does it play well? I tried to do some emulator on my computer, but for some reason I couldn't get it to work. Beautifully, so does Gran Turismo 2 smooth. Oh, okay. I'm just happy to be able to get like the games I'm playing, Polar Radiance, working on my Mac, since they don't have legit versions of those for Mac or Apple.
Hey, Ashley, it's Kim. Al has to run an errand. You go cover pile one when he gets back. I appreciate it. Thanks, ma'am. Bye.
What's wrong? Is did my earbud die? My earbud died. Earbud died. Earbud died. Yep. Can't live with the technology. Can't live without the technology. You just get so in tune to it with it. It's hard to let go of. You were watching that thinking it was very familiar. As soon as you said Polar Radiance, boom, yeah. Yep, I haven't played them since I was a teenager, and I was like, I know they're old games, but just the nostalgic factor. It's just like, oh, I want to play them again. Even the box cover art came to mind. Yeah, I loved all that old stuff back then. Old D&D stuff, like the tabletop RPG stuff. The artwork. They had some legendary artists making the work back then. Old TSR. Whoops, I guess I don't have it aimed at the right spot.
Early bird. I said early bird. Okay. That's okay. Can you let Ashley know? Because I think she's probably already left the atrium. Okay. 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 Bye.
Yep, nostalgia is nice. It takes us back to a place where things were a lot more innocent and we didn't have to worry about all the BS. The BS of adulthood. I guess it's not BS. It's part of life, part of having to grow up. But that's what makes nostalgia so powerful. Well, we're getting close to 2. I'm gonna have to call it here soon to go hit the grocery store. But I will be back. Sure, we'll do some kind of lunch, and then hopefully I can get back on to keep painting. Keep plugging away on this thing because I'd like to get it done. Because I got plenty more paintings to finish. As I just showed you all the many canvases I have started, and just see. Some all at different stages. See if we can do a few more, and then we'll call it. Is this stream? Oh, it did it again, huh? It straight did it again. Let me just. Of all those canvases, every time I saw the dragon painting, it was like, wow. Oh, thank you, passerby. Yep. And that was why I was like, just gotta sit down, put the time into it, and finish it. Because then people can say wow for the other pieces when they see them. That one, we did that one. Let's do this truck up here real quick. Thank you, passerby. I get inspired seeing other people. Hey, Bentley, yes, we remember you, Bentley. Don't think I forget you. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you good and that you're doing the other treating life well. Well, Bentley, you came in at the right time. The wrong time, because I am about to end the stream here pretty quickly. We gotta go run some errands. Whoops. But I will be back. I will be back with more painting. I'm gonna keep trying to plug away on this guy. Keep it going. Whoops. You're doing really good, but your dog passed away last Wednesday? I'm sorry to hear that, Bentley. Yeah, they don't last long, but you get a certain amount of time with them, and hopefully you don't take them for granted. It's tough. I've lost many a buddy.
Hey, babe, please gotta go out.
Okay. Well, guys, I gotta go take the dog out and then run these errands. So.
Come on, you can do it. You can walk through the cat. Go. She's throwing up.
She's throwing up? All right, guys.
Nope.
And in here, hope y'all have a good day, or evening, wherever you're at. And until next time, bye for now. Thanks, Passerby, Bentley, and Jed. Take care, guys.